be there. Be connected. Never been so unsure. Oh, excellent. Then we can begin. Normal mode. This is really where the rubber meets the road. This is the trick. If you can keep it together here, you can keep it together anywhere. Or, well, at least here. There are harder modes. But this is your last chance to turn back. Final warning. This is about to get, well, most probably worse. Took a peek at that last try that we had. I have. Almost nothing wrong with it. I think I got the audio levels about right. But boy, howdy, that quality. Something needs to be done, or just no one's ever gonna take this seriously. Which, you know, in a way, good. And I like a good, charmingly low quality thing, you know, not here and there. I think that's what this is gonna be. I think that's what we can aspire to for now. So, but I am gonna take a look at things to do for that and why that may be. If there's no fix, and I just have to. It just looks like that. I think it's more than good enough. If you were coming from, you know, the past, it'd be amazing. So, I mean, any of this would be really amazing. You think about it, like, how hard it used to be just to get one of these things off the ground. It's quite the treat to be able to do this so simply. We're already out of lives. But, yeah, I mean, so this is where talking and playing is going to get real difficult, because I already can't do this normally, you know, just if I was as focused as can be, which is, it's not much more focused than this. It's not like I have a Ultra Instinct mode to swap into when necessary, threatened. This is about as good as it gets, but doing this and talking, it is gonna represent a drag on my abilities, my already insufficient abilities to pass, I think, level 4. However, this is not about being good. This is about being here. Here. The thing I noticed is that I don't enunciate that well. I'm not going to worry too much about that. So what can you do? It's just the way I talk. But you can try a little harder to not just trail off on an important identifying syllable of a word. You can identify trouble words as you go. I think people do normally. If you kind of start talking a little different, if you do it for a reason, for a long enough time, that makes sense to me. But speaking more clearly is going to be or just speaking clearly is important if you want to get any kind of, I don't want to say point across. The thought I'm having is, if anyone wants to get anything out of this, if I want to be understood, even by myself in the future, I'm gonna have to speak more clearly than I do. I don't think that's, well, I think it's quite obvious that's not the most important thing to focus on. Or it won't be an obvious metric of improvement this early on. I think the most obvious ones are going to be whether I can get past a certain level or not. Didn't really run into as many problems as I expected with easy mode. That went over pretty smoothly. I have done that before. Yeah, I haven't done this one, so I think we can expect something like this to happen, where I just run out of lives and push through, like this. So you get to start. Was it still level 1? I didn't even beat 1 level. Good. Good. That's cool. I did set a timer, so whatever happens, this is only gonna go. I'll be making attempts for 45 minutes, and then I'm gonna go take a break. So however far we get in that, that's how far we get in this video. So my attention is going to be stretched as far as it can go in between dodging these bullets and trying to maintain some kind of commentary, some kind of self-indulgent blather throughout. Yeah, I don't want to just tank the slide. No, I do want to do that. I think that's the point. It's just to keep trying and to get a little better next time, hopefully. Yes, sometimes you don't get better. Sometimes you backslide. But that's part of it. That's part of it. It's part of getting better. Just you gotta tank the backslides too. You gotta progress through non-progress. And now I definitely don't know what I'm talking about. You were warned. So yeah, I mean, this is it. I think I'm at the end of my thoughts. Let's start a new one. You can get there. That can be done. Woo! The game's too fun now. It's too engaging. That's okay. What were we talking about last time? Right? Some AI stuff? That's of interest to me. Dodging these bullets is of interest to me too. My goodness, I can't do that one. Oh, we're talking about YouTube getting better. You know, some hope, some faith, trust in pixie dust. I guess it's pretty, vain. It's not vain, but it's presumptuous to just hope that a tech company will make something better for you. That's not how it ever works. It's not totally true. You know, games have gotten better. But, rerouting the trend towards isolation within an internet platform, or like the disassembling of tools for communication. I got on a bit of a thing about the comments section. I kind of just started talking about how a lot of them are robots, but it's not it never has been what I feel like it could be, at least in my memory. I think it should be like a forum on every video, with, you know, ways to get in touch with and meet people who are watching the same video. This might be a horrible idea. That might be why they don't do it, but I think YouTube had a message system once. I think they got rid of that. So if you found a friend, you couldn't even, or you found someone you wanted to be a friend with, you couldn't even, there's no way to contact them. I guess I'd have to assume it was being abused. But that's, you know, that's only the most charitable take. It might not have been a charitable thing. Or, sorry, it might not have been done for the best of reasons. It doesn't seem like a wholly good thing to deny connection like that. Now, you should be able to turn it off, right? You shouldn't just be accessible and harassable to anybody who deigns to do such a thing. But if you wanted to be open to, you know, a private message rather than just a comment, that should be fine. Another problem in the comments, and in many a current age internet platform, is something I didn't want to believe in. It really is such a horrible concept of shadow banning, where it looks like your communications go out. It looks like, you know, your message to this person you're trying to contact is up and visible, but it's only visible to you. I almost have been thinking that should be illegal. I mean, what a horrible feeling. And I noticed it pretty seriously on Twitch. I think it's the primary reason I'm not there right now, which may be for the best. We've got some funny things going on. It's not a perfect platform. None of them are. Anyway, the primary reason I'm not on there is my chats don't appear to other people. The account is like a month old. I don't know. The account's like a month old, and I can post a chat that only I can see, and they just never show up for anybody else. I looked it up, said, you know, stuff like maybe your account's not old enough. Just all the fixes were not fixes. They didn't help me with my problem. That's my last life. And my highest score. But yeah, that seems like a huge issue. I mean, what's the point of that's the wrong kind of thought. There's still a point to live streaming if there's not a chat. But the chat room is such a cool part of it. It's strange that you would want to separate them out, you know, in a way that, like, only verified profiles are able to chat. Doesn't seem right to me. I did verify my profile. I mean, my credit card is tied to that account, and it still doesn't work. I find it exceeding strange. I have another Twitch for a charitable take on this horrible state of things. I have another account, so maybe it's not allowed that you create a different one just to change up your name. I guess that there'd be a level of sense in that if that was the explanation, but to let it seem like I'm reaching out and then just delete the chats. It really is. I don't know. I can't see it being for good. Because then how do you, if you were a new profile and you got flagged that way, I mean, it's just not, it's like not a platform for new people. None of them might be. That might be a totally pervasive problem right now, is that just there's nowhere to get started, nowhere that works. There probably are startup competitors. I have to assume. I have seen a few. There's like, no, there are. They exist. But YouTube has this. You can watch a YouTube video on a cell phone in, you know, with a terrible connection, and it'll still load. I don't know how easy it is to get that set up, so you could actually compete in that way. Like, the accessibility of a YouTube video is a big draw, I feel, or a big reason not to go. Like, it feels like it wouldn't be the same somewhere else. I'll go ahead and start using these bombs here. I've got 7 of them. But yeah, it feels like YouTube's got the money and the establishment to that they can just kind of do whatever they want. Like, you can't quit YouTube. It's so, like, no matter what they do, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter that a new user couldn't access customer service. They're the only ones you can watch on the bus, on the way, or like on the way to work in the car, with a crappy cell phone connection. So, and until it's, you know, oh gosh, until it's as trivial to recreate that kind of service as it is to live stream, it seems like the right place. It seems like the right place to be, or the best place, at least. But yeah, I would really like it to be, to feel more like what you would dream of it being, if you've heard of YouTube, you know, before experiencing it, really. You think, oh, anyone can just everyone has their TV channel, and you can find other people that like the stuff you like, or make the videos you like. With the way and I'm totally guilty of not interacting with the platform in a way that would, like, facilitate this kind of community growing ability. I let the homepage recommend to me whatever. Yeah, I don't really look at the subscription box. I can tell that that's a bad direction, but there's something to just having it delivered to you. I mean, that's why TikTok is so popular, right? And it's why YouTube is trying to. I mean, it's been so long since this became a thing, but YouTube kind of copying their thing with shorts. It's so not a new thing. And this is all if YouTube and TikTok are really even separate entities, because I mean, they follow so much of the same oops, they follow so much of the same kind of philosophy, I guess, in terms of the way they work. YouTube just follows TikTok's lead, or TikTok was the evolution of YouTube for that just works better. It's easier to, well, I hate to be so paranoid, but I am. It's easier to control if you determine exactly what people see rather than people discovering and subscribing to channels and like picking the videos for themselves. It's much easier to control if the main way people interact with the platform is just to open up the homepage, hit the refresh button, and see what it gives them. And yeah, like I said, I'm that guy. I don't go out anymore and use the internet the way that would establish those kinds of relationships or communities. This won't really help what I'm doing here. This is a waste of time in that regard. But a proper use of time in that regard would be something like studying the internet to gain the know-how to create my own bastion of hope, you know, make my own website. I'd rather just play the video games, man. That really seems above me. Hey, you can do anything. It is part of this, part of the idea of what I'm doing. Is that if you keep at it, you get a little further every time. So maybe this is a total misallocation of my precious short amount of time, but I think most definitely you need a. No, I'm gonna kill this thought here. It's not true. It's not true that you need a team. You don't need anything to start figuring that out. You need to stop making excuses and do it. It's the only way. It's hard. Everything's hard when you start. It is really hard to start anything. It's never everything that's ever been done overcame that difficulty. Man, talk about being out of your depths. You're talking about how you should use a life. There's no right way to do it. No. Unless you know a better way. And that's the right way. It sort of stinks. Kind of convincing myself I have to be working harder, which is not the point of this. I want to work less. That's not the. I guess that can't be true. You don't want to work less. You wouldn't exist. Doesn't make any sense. It makes sense to, or or it's easiest to keep working on the things you've already been working on. Whatever that's worth. Nothing. If being easy isn't worth anything, it's not important. It's not important that it be hard either, but I guess what's important is that, let's go full corny here, is that your heart is in it, is that you can ask yourself any number of questions about what you're doing. I don't even know what hit me there. Let me try to finish the thought. You can ask yourself any number of questions about what you're doing and always come up with an answer that you agree with, that makes sense to you. Anything less is dishonesty. Which isn't against the law. I guess we'd be a lot more productive if it was. Maybe. Maybe. So I think this is about where I usually peter out, so I'm just gonna grind into this and hope we learn something for next time. We might be here for the remainder of our time. It's possible I get frustrated and just end early. There's no rules here. But for now, this is pretty fun. Still definitely keeping a train of thought is the real difficult part. I don't want to come in with notes so that I can refer to if I run out of things to talk about. I think what I want to do is build up the skill to... I think it's a skill. Build up the skill to just drop into a new subject on the fly and say something worthwhile. Or just say something, I guess. I guess the best things you can say... No, I can't finish that thought. Something like the best things you can say to help people feel heard or less alone. It's not the best things you can say. It's not right. Or maybe it is, but I've mostly just dead-ended myself into useless, saturine thoughts. Sure, there's subject matter in here somewhere, but accessing it while maintaining all the lives and bombs I need to progress past this boss is proving my better. Right on. Yeah, how's your day? It's getting cold out. Kind of happened fast, all at once, really. It's really nice for a really long time this year. Don't mind the cold. I like a good sweater, actually. Oops. Driving in the snow is scary, though. I don't love that. Not much scarier than just driving, but it is scarier. And sometimes you just slide around. This is a boring thing to talk about. It's all gonna be boring. Look, this is a bad stream. I gotta remember that. It's really important. It's one of the most important aspects, is that this is like just the worst garage band. Nobody on the team knows anything about what they're doing type deal. And if someone finds some truth or value in that, it's the absolute best we could ever do. There's lots of good things like that. Just chaos with a core of some will. A lot of cool albums come up with that sort of direction. Not that I'm aiming for that. I wouldn't dare aim for anything. It'd be too hard. This is about enjoyment. It's about playing a cool video game. I think this is the furthest. Or maybe possible this is the attack I lost my last life on last time. Oh. There it goes. We got a little more time left. We'll keep trying. Just gotta get there with a few more lives. A couple more bombs. Can't believe I used 8. I think I could have probably actually dodged a few more attacks. So, what else do we got? Oh, man. One less life. That's one thing. What's been on my mind lately? I guess this is early enough in the genesis of this project that I can continue to explain myself, what I'm doing, and why. I guess if I could do that forever, that'd be fine. At least it's something. I guess the trouble is I don't really know myself, and then I'd be considering this thing in real time, and while wholly distracted, while completely and uselessly distracted by more than enough bullets to fill my brain. But that's the exercise. That's what we're practicing here. So it should feel like a stretch, because it is. Is the contact with the most I can do at once. And I guess I just hope that it translates into real life, or well, this is real life. Gotta face that. It's just hopefully it's hopefully worthwhile. And nothing's worthwhile. It's the real trouble. We all get the same thing in the end. But some people finish normal mode. If we can get good enough in normal mode, we can unlock that extra. That'll be a real measurable sign of progress. I mean, level 5 at this point would be a measurable sign of progress. Level 5 would be awesome. That would feel great. Outlook's pretty good on this one. So far. Nothing going too wrong. Except the commentary. I think that might be dwindling a bit. Ooh, okay. I really just ran into that for no reason. Perhaps to distract. Ooh, hey, nice. Got the boss with 8 bombs. Very good. Komeiji Satori. My current quarrel. Oh no. Okay, out of lives. It's all about bombs now. I have to kind of preempt getting stuck. The thing is, I am stuck. But nothing left to talk about. There's gotta be a way through. There's something in there. Think about stupid stuff all day. No, maybe there isn't though. Maybe that's not what we're made of. It's like constant generative thought. It might not be for me. It's a very real possibility. But if you can get something started, you can just kind of meander around off that. It's not having a foothold at all on anything. It's the real danger. It's when you just shut up for a minute straight and go, That's all we can really hope to avoid at this point in time, I think. While we're still working on normal mode, I think some lapses in thoughtful commentary are to be expected. This is where it would be nice to have a somewhat active chat room. I could, like I said, well, it certainly wouldn't be any help not dying. In fact, I think that sort of extra layer of distraction would guarantee that we don't get any further. At least without a little more practice. But we're not, you know, it ain't over till it's over. Who knows how much time we'll have. I hope a lot. I tend to hope it never ends. Hey, look at that. Is that it? Stage clear. Feels like a win. Oh, I've been here before. Oh, I remember this place. Yeah, this I have never beaten. This is where I get a little overloaded. The flames of hell in the background are all too apt to the setting. Yeah, I get it, yeah. Yep. Said it before. Yeah, but you know, you weren't listening. So I'll say it again. I can't do this when I'm not trying to talk. I guess it's not totally out of the question that talking and playing is the secret. You know, you kind of relax your instinct a bit, so you're not jumpy about every little thing, because, you know, I guess it would have helped a little there to be paying more attention. Oh, this. Yeah, this is where it's just a bit too much for me. There's got to be a strat. There's got to be a way through that isn't so hard. You know there is, right? But I haven't found it yet. I mean, I made it through. Oh, and nothing. Made it through. Oh boy. Oh no. Hey, that's a high score then. Not bad. By quite a bit too. Let's keep going. It's not over yet. But part of me is looking forward to the food I'm gonna go get after this. I think maybe not. Maybe you can't practice a level until you have beaten it. I think you might be able to though. So maybe if I can't pull this off, what I'll do next time is start up stage 5 in practice mode. Man, that can't be the way you'd begin. Start up the stage in practice mode and give it a few tries. See if in isolation you can make it through. Oh no! I haven't even seen the cat yet. Look, I told you this was gonna get bad. It's bad. This is hard for me. So, yeah, hopefully the future sees us with access to a more people-focused internet than a money-focused one. Because we've already come to the point where, you know, even the site that I'm lauding as being freely accessible has kind of gated itself behind a monthly paywall. It's not a problem for me, but where I came from growing up, it wouldn't have even been a thing I could think about. A $5 a month subscription was like way too much to ask. I guess time having passed since then, the real value of the cost is probably about that. But it doesn't matter if you don't have money or just if you don't I've totally been absorbed by my inadequacy of the stage. But as a kid, I wouldn't have even considered watching YouTube if it cost $15 to not be inundated with ads. It's a really unacceptable state of things. And yeah, you'd have to be someone that I didn't grow up as to even participate. I know that can't be right. That's not what I liked YouTube for. It was so much freer a long time ago. I mean, it was borderline piracy what you could get away with, but I would really love to see that return, that kind of freedom, where it's just, you know, full episodes of whatever show straight up uploaded. It wasn't so sweet back then either. It was you know, they'd come in parts, and you would leave the video open in an alternate tab, and it would load up because internet wasn't so fast. Yeah, internet costs money too. That's such a problem. I mean, it's like that was the chair, okay? Internet costs money already. It's gating such a huge portion of the population. To have a paywall between functionality of a platform, it's not a good look. It should be illegal. We get if I would really had control, you wouldn't be allowed to charge for this stuff. It's so obviously important. I love the internet. I love what it could be, and has been, and is. It does still connect everybody. But yeah, if it really connected everybody, if it really was operating at its full potential, I don't think anyone would really fight each other. I think you'd have to talk it out. It's just too in your face. And we're only just a very easy adjustment away from that being the case, like irreversibly. And that has, as humans, we progress in a good direction overall. So I think we'll see that day. Just gotta keep hope alive. It would be nice if there was a free way to keep hope alive in the meantime. Just for people who don't have that option. Can't get a job. Don't live in a country where that kind of income is like even accessible. In a kinder world, it'd be adjusted that, you know, 15 USD. I gotta look up the prices. I think it's about 15 bucks a month. It's so important I don't even care, you know? They could charge me 200. I guess at that point I'd quit, but yeah, I don't worry about it. YouTube is such a huge part of how I spend my time. It's no question. I have to. Or I feel that way. Maybe it'd be nice for them to just crank it up to 200 so I could indignantly go and find another way to spend my time. I wish I had the... Man, I'm gonna get caught in a lie here. I was gonna say, I wish I had the brains to just indignantly create the YouTube I want. I don't think I'm working with anything much more useless, much more dysfunctional than the minds that got together to create YouTube. Certainly, I'm inexperienced in functioning in a coordinated enough fashion that could generate something so massive and important. But you know, that's you gotta start. You gotta start. The truth is, I'd much rather just chill here and play video games, and hope things fall into place. I think they will. I really do think they will. Like, if I wasn't here, it'd be okay. Someday. guess that could be my laziness defending itself in a weird way. Where like if I convince myself of that, then it's not my responsibility to go make the thing. Someone else will do it. Why's it gotta be me? Why's it gotta be them? How dare you, you know, doom some smart guy to that, to carrying out your idea? It's not right. If you want it done, you gotta do it yourself. I've heard that said. It's the only way to know it's, you know, it's the only way to know what you're actually making, is if you make it. The cat hit me. I didn't think the cat would have a hitbox. It flew right into it. Yeah, the only way, if you have a dream, the only way to be sure of it is to get in there. Make it happen. Otherwise it'll end up like YouTube, where it used to have every episode of, you know, what have you. Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, Invader Zim. Then someone put a gate on that and charged a toll. I guess I imagine, you know, if a thing gets big enough, it'll kind of get away from you. In a way that, you know, how could you prevent someone from charging that toll? The guy who made this probably wasn't one guy. But the team must have had basically good intentions. Or where would they have found the energy to get... Like, they wouldn't want it to be that you just pay to have it work. They would have wanted it to work. Because they're certainly not getting the money. I guess that could not be true, and that'd be good. That'd be a good thing, but it doesn't seem likely. Doesn't seem likely that the money goes to the people doing the hardest work. That's almost never the case, in my experience. Most money goes to the guy who already has the most money. It's upside down like that. How much time do we have left? Oh my gosh. I think it's like 3 seconds. Oh, wait a minute. I think I never started the timer. Okay, I might have run this a little long. I'm gonna go ahead and call it there then. Sorry for the abrupt end, but I do think the idea is to keep these under a certain amount of time so that I get my rest in and I don't fry my brain trying to play and think at the same time. Alright, thanks a lot guys, take it easy.